Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to our third video in our gameplay preview for Sid Meier's Civilization VII. As a reminder, the embargo for this preview here is limited to 1 hour of actual gameplay, which is why we're doing a little bit of chit-chat before, after, and apparently sometimes in between the actual game. We are continuing this. As a reminder, hey, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to drop a like, it really makes a big difference on YouTube. We're going to jump into the gameplay now, where I advance things a few more turns. As you can see here, I've moved some troops to the east to deal with Chanshan, this independent little village that has been sending some annoying units our way. Apparently, we've also got another one over in the west because someone has entered the borders of Janet. Unfortunately, with another warrior, I have gone and purchased a slinger over here. We're going to be able to defend it. It's just perfectly fine, but it's a little bit annoying that we're going to have to do that. We're going to go and clear out. Oh, see, I have actually enough influence. I could befriend them. We're not going to do that. Maybe I could befriend the others. But what we're going to do is our Medjay over here. We're going to hit the Disperse Independence.
The river begins to rise when other rivers do.
Apparently this one gave me culture. I guess there was a little symbol there. We didn't get production. We got culture. We've unlocked the new social policy, Arrival of Happy. Happy usually arrives carried on a birth, which is why all the time, still now, thousands of years later, people sing Happy Birthday. Anyway, this is going to unlock the Mortuary Temple, which is a unique building here for Egypt. Minor rivers do not end unit movement now, which is nice. We also get ourselves a new policy, +1 food on navigable rivers. Hey, we have lots of navigable rivers. Let's go and drop one of these. I'll drop maybe Charismatic Leader for a moment. We're going to go and pick up Akhet. We've also got this unique trait for Egypt called Riches of the Duat, which is production towards constructing wonders. You know what? I'm going to go and throw that in now. And the reason for it is I actually am constructing a wonder currently. I am constructing the pyramids. You can see they are being built up over here. They have to be built adjacent to a navigable river and on a desert tile, or maybe it was or. Maybe it's or. No, on a desert and adjacent to a navigable river. So there we go. And as Egypt, we have a 30% boost to doing that. And as Hatshepsut, we have a 15% boost to building wonders because our city is next to a navigable river. We've got a choice over here, gold and culture, or tons of gold. I'm going to go gold and culture. Although we do have enough gold here, I could consider building these city walls. I don't think we're going to need them in Janet. We'll do that. We got another narrative choice. I'm going to take the pure culture, and our next civic, we're going to work on the Light of Amun-Ra, which is the other unique one for Egypt here, and is going to give us our second unique building, unless I've got myself confuzzled. This army commander has got themselves another upgrade. I'm going to go for Storm. I really like giving combat strength to ranged units, which seems really good. Now, we're going to look at our journal paths over here, because we should be able to advance this in just a moment. If I move you here, I guess it'll be next turn, but we got to wait for another unit movement anyway. So actually cancel that. Well, next turn, and then we're going to work on this a little bit. So boop, 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 unit commands. Yep. Okay. What I'm going to do, move you over here. We are going to vacuum up these units into my commander. So you can see the radius of the commander over here, the blue outline, that's its movement range, but this is the rate of its power. If I go ahead and hit this, gather adjacent land units, form an army in the commander, we're going to do that. It's going to vacuum up a couple. It didn't vacuum up this one because it's out of movement. This one here, if I move over, we can see the other way of doing it. I could go and hit the gather adjacent again, or on the slinger itself, I can go add to army and click there, and it'll do that. So we have a certain amount of slots over here. You can unlock some more slots. It's one of the logistics upgrades, I think. Right there, +2 unit slots and faster reinforcements. The reinforcements is the, the sort of ranged pull that we've got going on. Oh my God, there's another one over here. Jeepers, how many of these freaking independent encampments are there? Can I don't know if I can because I can't see it, but if I pick one of these, and I don't know which ones are hostile. Yeah, no valid targets. I think it's because, you're befriending them. Okay. What about Long Cheng? Or is that the same one I clicked last time? What about this one? Oh. No, I think I'm going to need the vision. Okay. We're going to find those, and we're going to spend our influence to try to befriend some so we don't have to fight all of them. But what I want to do is vacuum these guys up. We're going to have to wait for the next turn for this one to come in. So let me just spacebar, do that. Right, you're up here exploring. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is actually a neutral. It's not even hostile. Maybe we should just work on befriending you now that we know you. We're going to spend 170 influence. It's going to take 60 turns. Well, it lasts for 60 turns. You can see here what's going to happen after a certain number of turns to befriend them. We can also spend more influence to make this happen faster. There you go. 30 of 60 +2 per turn. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and work on that. Can I borrow your outfit? You look really cool, though. I don't want that drip. Then over here, right, my slinger is going to move to here, and then we're going to go and do a little bombard and this annoying warrior. Excellent. And yeah, I've collected quite a few new resources as well. We got the dates in our little towns, especially Jedit over here was having a happiness problem until we gave them some dates. Now they got positive happy. And then in our capital, we're getting a bunch of extra production boost over here. If we do get another city, which will require gold, and we'll look at that actually, we'll look at that now. Hey, if I click on a city, there's a button down, or sorry, if I click on a town, there's a button down at the bottom to convert into the city. This gets cheaper as the city grows. So or as the town grows, I should say. So bigger towns are cheaper to convert to cities. Also, the cost goes up with the number of cities you got. It does cap at 1,000 gold, which seems like a large amount in previous versions of Civ, but gold comes pretty easily in this one because remember, our production in towns gets converted into gold. So if you have lots of towns, you get a lot more gold, which means it's easier to convert towns to cities. So it's a positive feedback loop over there, which is really quite elegant. All right, next turn, command units. Right, so I'm going to go and add you here, and what we're going to do, maybe next turn, because I now have a full army. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get a pop-up in a second. Where am I gonna move this army? Well, there might be another independent village down here, so we're gonna start scooching downwards. And you are just gonna keep exploring over in this area. That's gonna be fine. And you are gonna keep smacking this fool. And you're gonna smack this fool over here. And, oh, you can grow to another tile. Grabbing resources is good, but I think what we want, again, in these villages is we want lots of food so that it can grow and do that. Okay, I guess we didn't get an actual pop-up for it, but if I look at our legacy path over here and the military, to advance, this is something, so this is not victory conditions because that doesn't happen until the end game, but we do get these bonuses if we reach these certain progression things. And they have multiple little sub-steps to get there. The big thing is, I mean, overall, to complete this whole thing is to have 12 towns or cities your empire conquered settlements count as 2. I guess the track progress went and got itself turned off. But we did this. I just did finish this step over here. Train and assemble 4 military units. I trained 4 military units, and I assembled them into a single army, which completed this step over here. But it's sort of just a sub-step. You can see here the next step is to train 1 siege unit and capture an enemy settlement. That is not an independent village. That's an actual proper settlement if we want to continue through this. Whereas if we look at science, for example, what we want to do is research writing, build libraries, for example, research mathematics, build academies, and then get codices. I actually already have one. If I take a look at my great work over here, and the Antiquities Age, we get these codexes, or these codices, I should say, codex singular, which can be slotted into things and give us science. I did have one already. One of the ways you get these a lot of times is with the masteries over here. So if we look at the writing mastery, the writing mastery will give +1 science on science buildings and gain a codex, which are quite lovely. And these are ways to advance these various age progresses, which give a variety of bonuses from completing them. Okay. Right, you keep shooting over there. Good. And you smack this guy. Great.
Soldiers, from the summit of these pyramids, 40 centuries of history look down upon you.
And there are the pyramids being built. Awesome.
Spoken word conquers all thought.
I don't think I talked about what the pyramids does for us. Well, we can quickly look it up. Oops, I didn't realize it didn't have pyramids. Plunk over here. +1 gold, +1 production on minor and navigable river tiles in this settlement. Ageless, never expires. Okay, which is really great because navigable river segments we have plenty of, so that is going to be fantastic. What do you got? That science bonus, culture bonus. What do we produce? We're equal amounts of both. You know what? I'm gonna go with culture over here. Where are you coming from? God, these punks. We're gonna have to deal with them. Growing another town over here. Again, with towns, I'm mostly going to focus on food or a resource. In this case, I think the oasis is the way to do it. We're going to choose a new technology. So currency gives us access to building baths, which are great for food. The markets are good for money. +1 specialist limits in all cities. Level 2 masonry. We get combat strength for fortified districts. +1 production and production buildings. Irrigation. Irrigation is one of the ways we can increase our settlement limit. And then we could get level 2 writing, which is quite nice. I'm going to pick up irrigation first. And I think we are going to go and work on our unique districts over here. So you can see the Mortuary Temple gets +1 happy for each adjacent navigable river and wonder. And the Mastaba is +1 for each adjacent desert. +1 gold for desert and wonders. I'm going to put the Mortuary Temple first. And yeah, there we go. Lots of adjacency bonuses, lots of extra desert stuff, and it's adjacent to the wonder. So we'll put it there. And after we build the mortuary temple, we're going to want to build the mastaba in the same one so that we get our unique district, the necropolis. Get a reminder, we've got a defenseless district over here. It's because there's no one in it, and we've got a military unit nearby, but that's fine. In fact, what I could do to respond is I could quickly go and purchase the ancient walls. What I might just do is buy another military unit. Another slinger, another medjay. I mean, I've got an army that's coming back in theory over here. Now, you know what? Let's just go and get ourselves one slinger, and that'll probably be plenty. And then over here, okay, we're going to boop and finish this guy. And then, yeah, with this army, and again, we're moving as one here, and that's okay. Move this way, and then we'll come back around. And that's just a scout, which is certainly not very scary. Attacking from river, we do get a penalty, but it's not really a big deal. We do have the thing where we got +5 strength to fighting these independents, which turns out to be really handy at this stage of the game. Kablam! Plenty of action in the early game here. No shortage of that. Yeah, you know what? I can just smack you over here. That's fine. And again, if I'm worried about this guy doing anything, I could quickly purchase some walls in Jeddah, but I don't know. Could it be a problem? Maybe. Let's better be safe than sorry. Oh. No walls. Okay. Oh. Maybe I can only purchase walls. No, you can definitely purchase walls in these towns. Maybe there's something else that's preventing it from happening. Maybe you can't build it if someone adjacent. That's not something I was aware of, but there could be something like that. All right, Commander. Oh, yeah, I guess no matter what, it takes you one turn to disembark. Oh, okay, and we end up next to here. That's fine. It's a little awkward. Would have been nice to have vision on that ahead of time. I guess you're done, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to scooch out this way. For all I know, there's a settlement out in this direction. There you go. So, Jeddah is taking a little bit of damage, but that also damaged these guys to attack, and we can not quite finish them off, because why would we? This punk is still alive, which is annoying. I'm going to try to sort of follow over here, and you're going to come this way, and you're just going to keep exploring around. How are we doing over here? Excellent. We're almost at this level over here. We'll convert to a city-state, and with you as its suzerain, they have bestowed another gift. Yeah, see? It'll be great. People will like us. All right, so we're going to go and deploy here. So we're going to deploy. That's gather, deploy. And then you click on a tile to sort of deploy towards. I've never actually tried deploying like this. I suspect it'll somewhat lead to some awkwardness. I was going to say, yeah, it'll put you in the ocean, which is not where we want you to be, but I guess is okay. They've been deployed. And normally what I'd like to do right now with the commander is use the button to mass range attack, but unfortunately that is not available because he is out of actions, but that's okay. We'll do some bombard. And then for you... Oh, you can actually, if you were here, you'd be able to shoot this guy. So we kind of lost a turn of production over there, but that's fine. You can, by the way, manually deploy units one at a time and choose exactly where they go. It's handy to have the button. In this case, it definitely would have been correct for me to pick and choose. You know what? Can you just attack? Oh, shoot. Yeah. All right. Do that. Okay, that actually worked really well. All right. They're the choice. We get a 20% production boost towards mastaba and mortuary temples. Okay, well, we're currently building one. We're about to build another. That's good. Or artisanal tombs for family. Only 200 gold. Selecting this option, begin a quest. Finish the other uni quarter. Okay, we're going to do this because we are going to finish the other uni quarter. Oh, so that quest is from creating the first one. Great. So I'm going to do the mastaba. Now, I can build the mastaba anywhere, but you'll notice if I click over here, you see there's a warning. It says, you cannot complete the necropolis. If we want to complete the necropolis, we want to click on this green tile over here. This will make a necropolis. Place a mastaba here to complete it. We'll get our unique thing. Technically, we get a little bit more money on these two tiles, because here it's only 3 gold. Still a 3 culture, but yeah, we'll get the necropolis, so we're going to want that. Commander's got some promotion points, so we're going to go and do that. And I don't know where I'm going to spend it over here. And in fact, I think what we're going to have to do is wrap it up, because unfortunately, I didn't set my timer quite correctly, but I think we're exactly at the 10-minute mark, more or less. Oh, I do quite like mobility, so I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip out of here. We're going to call that gameplay section done for this episode. It may or may not. I think it might be a little under 10 minutes, but because I didn't set my timer and I don't want to go over and break any kind of embargoes, we're going to do that. I am wondering about doing a fairly big progression next and maybe pick things up in the Age of Exploration. We've done 3 episodes now in the Antiquities Age, the initial early stage of the game. I mean, to be fair, and this has always been the case in Civ, those early turns are the best. That discovering the world, you've got this blank canvas to explore. It's always been my favorite part of Civ, and it seems to still be the case. But I think people are probably fairly interested in what the sort of mid-game looks like with the Age of Exploration, so I will likely push us forward a little bit. I may push us forward to the transition point. We will see exactly how it works out, but please stay tuned. In fact, all these episodes should, in theory, I think I'm going to be putting them out like kind of back to back to back over here. So hopefully by the time you finish watching this one, maybe the next episode will already be live. Make sure you've subscribed in any case so you don't miss anything. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.